Hello everybody, my name is David. Thank you for watching today's Q&A videos. This is a question and answer video. I'm answering you guys' questions that you asked in the last question and answer video, which was last Monday. So any questions you guys have today, right now, go down below into the comment section, ask me anything you like, and I'll answer them next week, next Monday, in the next Q&A video. I like to make a recommendation every week. So this time, I like to recommend that you guys do something to, let's say, something for yourself, something maybe for your body. How's that? Something maybe for your hygiene, maybe something that you've always wanted to get done, finally do it. Like maybe tattoo removal, maybe you've never had a pedicure, but maybe you always get pedicures and you just got a pedicure, so do something else. This is just me to try to get you to just do something for yourself. It brings up kind of your self-worth and value a little bit as you pamper yourself. And it's not just for someone else, right? It's not just for a significant other, you know, or a potential new boyfriend or girlfriend, or to go out on a date and look pretty. No, this is just for you. Just for you. So maybe some skincare package treatment, or go get a mud mask, or do that yourself, or maybe get your hair a new hairstyle. That's something you haven't done in years. Because what I'm saying is, emotional neglectful relationships, people that have been in them are used to being neglected a lot, from their parents to their boyfriends and husbands and wives and girlfriends. Now today in relationships for many years they've been neglected, and meaning most people that are in neglectful relationships will also neglect doing a lot of things for themselves. That's kind of the theme. So get out there and do something, guys. Do something cool. Get a makeover. Or men, try some new facial hair and keep yourself really, really shaved. I know I always have a little something growth, but I actually prefer that. I think I look like too much of a baby when I shave with a razor. But try something new. Go out there and do something for yourself. It doesn't have to cost money if you don't have any, but if you do have money, spend a little on yourself. Go out there and get maybe a nice piece of jewelry that has some meaning to it, or maybe get your nails done, or pedicure or a manicure, or gosh, what else? All kinds of stuff. Feel free, please go down there below. If you guys have some other recommendations of things that people can do for themselves, or you want to just share something you're going to do, or something you always do that, you know, somebody else might like, go down below and recommend it for other people, okay? I'm just thinking of just some kind of self-care, right? Something for ourselves, for our bodies, to feel good and pamper ourselves a little bit. You know, maybe go to the spa, or whatever it is. Men buy a new shirt, you know, and I mean specifically men that don't go shopping, and go online or something if you hate a mall so much. You know, but it would be better for you to go out to the mall and see people and force yourself to do this kind of stuff and buy yourself something nice. Okay? So maybe I'll write a list of just some suggestions. Okay? Another thing I like to mention every once in a while, and I think it's time, is something called Shane's Law Petition. Shane was a victim of a horrible narcissistic smear campaign. Went on for years, I believe, and him and his significant other endured this smear campaign for a long time. It was really intrusive in all parts of Shane's life. Shane couldn't find help anywhere, couldn't make it stop, didn't know how, didn't know what to do or where to turn, and so he took his own life. And which is a very common thing with smear campaigns, is people committing suicide when it goes on for so long. So if you guys could please help avoid these kinds of things, these kinds of targeted attacks by other people in public, if you could please follow the link down below in the description box, and that'll take you to what's called Shane's Law Petition. Sign it real quick saying that you support it, and hopefully we get enough of these to start making laws for this kind of stuff. There are some laws in some countries, but we need more, okay? More legislation. Thank you. So let's get started with the questions. It's kind of late tonight where I'm at, and so I usually screenshot or copy down people's questions, and I'm just going through it for the first time along with you guys. So I'm going to see how that works. Just kind of read it the first time I read it out loud. All right. First, or let's see. California Pickin says, love the hammer metaphor. David dropping dimes today and always. Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you. Excellent work, David. Great conversation. Thank you, Dan. Jess, thank you so much for explaining that all to me, David. Yes, it makes sense. No, she hasn't done anything because she doesn't see she has a problem. Major part of personality disorders, lack of awareness, and inability to self-examine. Sarah has a question. Sarah from Canada. I understand how narcissistic personality disorder develops in childhood as a defense mechanism. How do you think does a person with NPD develop an animal-like predatory behavior, though, in this regard? Well, try to realize that you're talking about defense mechanism, and that's appropriate. Narcissists really will not allow themselves to be vulnerable as a defense mechanism. They can't take criticism. They can't take being hurt. They can't take being rejected. So they try not to ever allow themselves to be. So I won't be vulnerable. But how does this predatory behavior come into play? Well, try to realize that is, you have defense and you have offense, right? So the offense is them trying to get their needs met. We all have needs, and we all are trying to get our needs met, hopefully. But it's the way that we do it that's appropriate or not. The way that best says who we are, or how we treat other people. And narcissist, let's say the major part of being a narcissist is low self-esteem. And what we said a second ago, not being vulnerable. So for one, they can't really just ask for what they need. Ask people, right? Because then they're vulnerable, they can get hurt. Do you see that? So they may never tell you the truth about how they feel. Because that's how we know what we need. And that's how we get what we need, is by our emotions, our body telling us, right? Emotional needs, our body moving tells us what we need. So going back to the predatory behavior, it's simply them trying to get what they need. So we have emotional needs. Study those. I talk about them all the time. One is emotional attention, right? One is, well, it doesn't matter because we all have different needs. Narcissists have a little bit different needs than most of us. And they're trying to get these needs met through people because they're dependent on other people. How they feel depends on you. And they will rely on you and depend on you to give them their emotional needs. And so since they can't ask and be vulnerable, they'll try to manipulate you for you to do what they want. And even try and make it seem like it's your idea. You want to do this. So they may lie. They may cheat. They may triangulate. They may project. They may abandon. They may silent treatment. You see all these things that they do, and what they're trying to do is try to figure out, if they hate you and they ignore you, why do they come home to you? Doesn't make sense, right? So besides the fact that they're trying to get their needs met, it's totally dysfunctional. It doesn't work. It's external. They never truly get it, and that's why you guys always feel like you're never enough. You aren't. You can't do everything for another human being like that all the time. It doesn't work. You'll never be enough. You'll feel like that, and you'll keep trying, and they'll keep making you, but they don't want to be vulnerable, so they won't ask you. That's just a little example right there. I hope that makes sense. If not, keep asking me more. Yeah, that's a big reason they are predatory. They're trying to get what they need, and they can't give it to themselves. So they're dependent on people, and they don't want to be vulnerable and get hurt. They have such low self-esteem, they don't feel worthy enough to ask. right? Hope that makes sense. Thank you, Sarah. And Charlie asks from Virginia, how is Danny Dog doing? It's been a while. Thank you for asking, Charlie. Danny's right here. Say hi. Say hi. Here's Danny. Say hi. I used to show Danny a lot in the beginning of my channel. And people, that's really nice that you still ask about her. Thank you. Danny's doing wonderful. Thanks, Charlie. Fit Mama Roberta from the Bay Area. That's right. Hi. Hey, David, my question is, will you share the moment of experience that led you to my channel? Your work truly has impacted my life. After watching Belongings video, I had started over. I filled my closet with beautiful things, such a powerful message. I always give you credit on my own random videos I share with friends. Thank you so much. Very, very much. So the moment or experience that led me to my channel. Yeah, so the last abusive relationship I was in was about 9 years ago. That's how long it ended. I went a few years not knowing what was wrong with me, not having any answers of what happened, and having no clue on what to do. I tried many different things, all kinds of different things. I finally found the answer on YouTube. I don't know if you guys know, but well, even YouTube hasn't been around that long, really. You know, what, over 10 years, not that long. 9 years ago, there wasn't a bunch of people on YouTube making videos about narcissists and, you know, any information. There's not much out now. That's why I'm doing this, but there was nothing. So I went a few years just hurting, man, hurting bad. So I did find, eventually I found some channels on YouTube making videos, and it helped me find the answers that I was looking for so long. And so that really got me to dive into this information, and I decided to make my own channel. I think like a lot of others, most of you guys, your experience is so massive, so intense, so amazing. I thought it'd be amazing to share my experience for people in my life that might want to know, and I don't have to explain it to them anymore, to kind of purge and get it out. So I did that, and then I thought that at the time, I really believed I understood this information pretty well, that I had a lot of stuff to offer that wasn't out there yet, not just another YouTube channel. I was hoping that I had more stuff to get out there, because I just feel like the more the better. We should all be careful where we go for information and whose videos we watch, if that's what we're doing, watching videos. But I think more the merrier, just to at least get information out there. I often say or ask you guys to help promote my work. Even, you know, I understand that what I do isn't for everybody, but maybe it will be something that I did, something that you guys helped promote, that will help people get into the right direction, push them into the direction of the help that they want or need. So I watched some other videos. It gave me the information of narcissism that really just opened up the door for CPTSD, and I realized that I was really getting cured. And back a long time ago, stuff like this was supposed to be incurable. So when I saw how much, how well I was doing, how fast I was doing it, and how much better that I was getting, and better than I ever was in my whole life, I really truly understood what CPTSD is, and that people need help with this, and people are committing suicide every day, and just because they don't even know what's wrong. So, you know, really, it just takes all of us just a little bit sometimes to save people's lives. But anyways, without going on, I hope that answered your question. If not, ask me more. Thank you for asking very much. Nancy from Seattle, hello. I have used no contact in Grey Rock over and over with my ex-narcissistic husband. It works tremendously. I also made sure I will only communicate through Family Wizard app. about any co-parenting communication as he tries as hard as he can to antagonize and provoke me through email and text. Thank you for this helpful advice. You are welcome. Thank you for sharing it, Nancy. Melinda from Sacramento, my question, is there any kind of correlation with the narcissist and procrastination? My NX could never seem to get to or complete any kind of important task. He made many excuses, almost as if he were hoping someone would bail him out and do it without his assistance. I never saw anyone in my life procrastinate to the degree he did or to make so many excuses for not getting something done. An example, the city threatened to cite him if he didn't get weeds taken care of. He blew it off until finally they fined him, all the while playing the victim. Well, I mean, this is really about responsibility, isn't it? And when you see this kind of behaviors, you can usually always narrow it back to people's childhood. So without going back into narcissistic personality disorder, right? Let's just look at this type of behavior, this type of procrastination, this kind of degree of it. I mean, we all procrastinate, don't we? I sure as hell do. Man, I love it. Good at it. Real good at it. But we all procrastinate a little bit. We used to be worse than other times, or we're worse now than we used to be, and we're going to stop, and we're going to get better. And, you know, we play this little game all through our lives, right? But it's about responsibility, isn't it? So obviously his parents didn't give him any responsibility, didn't hold him accountable, right? You know, people commit crimes often because they didn't get caught, right? You could talk to some of the worst criminals. They started small. You know, the rapist who breaks into women's houses and rapes them and slits their throats started with just peeking in the windows and then breaking in and spying on them and breaking in and spying on them and raping them and then finally killing them. You know what I mean? Almost all progress like that. And I mean, that's a pretty extreme example, but I think it shows that that's kind of what happens. So, yeah, I mean, if obviously his parents didn't make him do stuff. Besides the fact that he's extremely, if he is a narcissist, he has low self-esteem. That will make you do that. Being depressed will sure as hell make you procrastinate more, won't it? Being really anxious person will make you procrastinate more. You know? These are problems that everybody might deal with to some degree. You know? Show me someone who doesn't procrastinate or never has, right? Thank you for your question. Next one is well, Absi from Northampton, England says, hi David, since I watched your videos at the beginning of the year, you have helped out so much. I've been attending an Understanding Emotions group every week on a Monday, yet I find I get more from your videos, to be honest. Thank you for sharing that, Absi, but I think that group you're attending is great. And it's like, you know, that regiment, that schedule, you've got to be learning something, and hopefully you're connecting with people and talking and opening up and learning and listening. You know, this is all good stuff, and you're just paying attention to emotion. You know, that's what we need. That's what we need. No more neglecting, no more ignoring, no more suppressing emotions, what our body's doing, okay? 2018 Music says, actually, you nailed it. Thanks from New Hampshire. Thanks for telling me. Good. Anybody, I read your question wrong. I miss it. You don't understand. Please just keep asking me. I don't mind repeated questions. That's what we're here for. There's always going to be somebody who's never heard it before, you know, and there's going to be a lot of most of us that need to hear it again and again and again. Okay. Moonchild Susanna. Hi, David. As always, very informative and supportive. I am wondering if the person who asked about narcissism and alcoholics and which comes first. Well, from my personal experience, narcissists become drug addicts and alcoholics, but alcoholics do not become narcissists. I believe the narcissistic personality is formed in early childhood. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Someone asked last week, which comes first, narcissism or alcoholism? I think I might be wording it differently or wrong. And I wasn't quite exactly sure what they meant. Hopefully they ask again. But yeah, if that's what they mean, then yeah, absolutely. Narcissism would come first in life. Yeah, it's a developmental disorder. They didn't finish developing in childhood, and that's why we usually don't diagnose children with personality disorders. Wait until they're adults. Someone else is commenting on the same one. What comes first, alcohol or narcissism? I remember that my ex-narc told me that he loved beer since he was 2 or 3 years old. So maybe he turned into a narc over the years. Maybe this helps. Well, yeah, I guess you could become an alcoholic. Well, you could definitely become an alcoholic before you're diagnosed with narcissistic personality disorder. Yeah, you could be 10 years old, 12 years old, and a therapist is going to, no, we're not going to diagnose them with a personality disorder, but yeah, they do drink all day, every day, alcoholic. I really don't know what they mean. Nessa from the United Kingdom, hello. Good to see you. Does it take a level of intelligence for a person with narcissistic personality disorder to recognize another person with narcissistic personality disorder? A level of intelligence, I would say intelligence has nothing to do with it, I think. Just for the simple fact that intelligence has nothing to do with personality disorders. There's no correlation or association whatsoever, which is a rare thing in psychology. But I'd say I have talked to many narcissists who claim they can point out other narcissists right away, if that helps. And I don't, you know, like it definitely gets easier and easier for me to find real narcissists who has the actual disorder, not just narcissism. I'm getting better at it, and I wouldn't say it's my intelligence. It's my knowledge, my experience. I don't know. Good question. I don't know. I don't know if it's intelligence. You know, being able to see these, you know, because it's rare, right? It's rare. It's rare people, it's rare behavior. So I wouldn't doubt it if somebody who is that rare can identify it even easier than the rest of us. Someone else who's that rare, similar and all that. Maybe easier than us. Maybe that's why. I don't know. Like I said, I've had narcissists tell me that they can identify narcissists like that, other ones. But also, those are narcissists telling me that they can do it like that. So who knows? You know, they kind of overestimate themselves a little bit, don't they? Willa, hello Willa. Excellent advice to Jeannie, thank you. Drugs has ruined so many people's lives. Yes, it sure has. This is torture and emotional abuse. What her kids are doing for her. Yes, I agree. She needs to cut communication from all toxic people, no matter who they are. Absolutely. Absolutely. Family, it doesn't matter. Your priest, you know, your doctor, your lawyer, your father, your stepbrother, who doesn't matter. If someone is mistreating you and you can't make it stop, you must at least get them far enough away where they're not hurting you, wherever that is. So if just, you know, they still send emails every other day that are hurtful, well, that's not far enough away. Further. And obviously if it's emails, it won't matter proximity. It's cut the email off. Either don't look at it, spam it, or delete it. Be emotionally responsible. Thank you. Where are we? Hi, David. Question from the Netherlands. I suspect that my husband has narcissistic personality disorder. I can deal with him now since I watch your channel, as well as some other good channels. But our daughter has a lot of trouble. She is 8 years old, but she has already shown signs of borderline personality disorder. She hurts herself when she is happy, sad, scared. She has a lot of temper tantrums. She says that she hates her father very often. She has selective mutism at school. According to her therapist, she has autism. I don't believe that, actually. The therapist won't help me with the borderline personality disorder aspect because she is too young. I don't need a diagnosis, but I need to be able to channel her emotions. I get a lot of positive results when I use the borderline approach. I think that she will become a full borderline when she is older. Can I prevent that from happening? Thank you for your insight. I'm very sorry for you and your family and where all of you are at and what you're going through. Very sad, very stressful. So just, I'm not a doctor. Let me make that clear. So let me just be real quick. Take your child to another doctor. Don't diagnose ourselves, and we don't diagnose other people, especially our children. Okay? Start finding out exactly your children's problem. Exactly. Another doctor, get a third, fourth opinion, especially autism. Okay, they can diagnose that and find these at a very young age. And you need to know exactly so you know how to help your child. Your child needs to know how to socialize and talk and communicate and give themselves what they need. Very important, okay? So give your child the best chance you can by finding out all the information you can. And that's by doctors. Doctors. Not me, not yourself, not just books, okay? Take to another doctor. Borderline personality disorder is too young to diagnose at 8 years old. So you don't need to do that. I don't know what approach that is, what you're doing, but leave it to doctors as much as you can, okay? I'm very sorry. Very sorry, but my biggest advice is get out of the house. Because the best thing you could do for your child is be happy and healthy mom. Your child needs that mother over here, not together, because you're being abused more than you'll ever know if you're living with a narcissist. You don't know. You may agree with me, but you don't know. Okay? I'll see you guys in part 2. All right? Thank you. Bye.